Hello, Ele. Welcome to the class. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good evening. I find good day. Not really. I
Okay,
think it's a good day.
that's something amazing. Thank you for coming to our class. Well, we will wait for a moment for your classmates, and then we are going to start. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Rodrigo and Ele, thank you for coming to our class. It's time to start. Thank you for coming on time, Ele and Rodrigo. Well, how are you today, Rodrigo? I already talked to Ele. Now I'm talking to you. How are you today?
Oh, good evening, teacher. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you for asking.
You're welcome. Okay, it's always good. Give me a second. It's always good, everybody, to start another class. As you know, tomorrow it's our, well, tomorrow is the last day of classes of this week. Then we continue classes until Monday. So let's take advantage of time, everybody, and learn today. And also, let's try to do our best in tomorrow's class. To start with today's class, everybody, let me ask you a question. As you know, everybody, we always start a class with a question. Yesterday, we were talking about the biggest decision or the most important decision we have taken in life. Now, everybody, my question for today is, what's the worst decision you have taken and you regretted taking it? In this case, everybody, we are talking about something you wish you didn't do, but sadly, guys, it's a decision that you already took. Okay. For example, guys, let me tell you that the worst decision I have taken, and I regret it. I regret taking it. Well, this is a difficult question, guys. Let's take 30 seconds to think about it, right? Okay, everybody, 30 seconds, and then we answer together this question. Well, I am ready, guys. So let me tell you my answer. The worst decision I have taken in my life, everybody, I consider that is leaving my social service from university until the end of my career. As you know, guys, I am still at university. Well, as some of you already know, I am still at university. And the thing is that during the 5 years I was studying, I didn't do my social service from university. And as you know, this is a requirement to graduate from university. So the result is, everybody, that nowadays I am doing my social service. And well, nowadays I regret not doing my social service before, because I could have gotten graduated before. Sadly, that's not the situation, but now I regret. It's the worst decision I have taken, and I regret it about it. Now we will continue with the first two people that came to the class. After Rodrigo and Ele, we listen to Francisco. Okay, let's see. Rodrigo, tell me, what's the worst decision you have taken and you regret about that decision?
I think the worst. I regret not having take care of my friends in the past because I I have lost a few of it because of it because I was not taking care of them enough.
Okay, well, I'm really sorry because of that situation, Rodrigo, but I want to ask you if it is possible. Um, do you have new friends right now, or do
Yes,
you?
yes, I have a few in this nearly of my house. I have a few online, but I miss the
The old
ones
friends?
the old friends. Yeah, yeah. I made a mistake with them, and I regret it.
Okay, and have you tried talking to them through social networks or something like that?
Yes, yes, I tried, but it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, sadly, that's the thing with relationships, any kind of relationship, right? If you, well, if you make a mistake or something wrong happen, then things are not the same. After the, even if we wait for some time to try to speak or to get along with that kind of people, it's not the same, okay? But
Yeah.
thank you for sharing, Rodrigo. The important thing nowadays is that you have new friends and maybe you can also have a great relationship with them. Okay. Thank you for
Okay.
sharing and for answering this question. Okay. Very
Thank you,
good.
thank you.
Let's see. Ellie, tell me what's the worst decision you have taken and regret about it?
I have different bad decision. And really, I regret. It's it's complicated select the bad decision and regret because I have different bad decision in my life. For example, for work, um, I finished the project. I remember for me, I think so. The is I finished the project in the international NGO for more important in the work, but is the moment if you in the moment my idea is good because it's the finally the project and I don't take the new opportunity in the job in the office in the local office El Salvador, but the is a little salary, but is bad for me is bad is decision taking because this in the moment the salary era middle the new opportunity for work and I don't take in the job because in my opinion oh no es justo. Ah, okay, entonces
Oh, it's not
it's my
fair.
yeah it's bad decision but I regret because I finally yeah, I think so. I regret. I remember the regret.
Okay, well, Ellie, as I understood, you declined taking a job opportunity because of a different project.
Yeah, is the different in my is the moment. My opinion is the salary no good.
Ah,
I
okay.
don't like the salary. I don't like the salary
And
because it's all
are you looking for other
yeah.
options?
Yeah, but is I don't have another good option similar because my partner is the project the actuality working for the NGO al time actualmente in the actuality working for NGO is a good salary.
Okay, well, that's something nice. Actually, if you feel better, well, if you look for or you find a different opportunity and it's better, so don't regret about it, right? Because you're having a better salary, you're doing something you like, and in some cases you are still using your knowledge in an area or in the field you are working, so don't feel sorry or don't regret about that because at least you are now in a better, we could say, in a better project. However, it's a job opportunity, right? So sometimes we have different job opportunities that don't uh, we don't take because of different reasons, right? But at the end, the most important thing is that you feel comfortable. Thank you for sharing, Ellie. Now let's continue with Francisco. How are you today, Francisco?
Uh, It was good day today, teacher.
Okay, it was
It
a good
was
day. Nice.
yes.
Glad to hear that. Give me a sec. Okay. Francisco, what's the worst decision you have taken and regret about that situation, about that decision? I mean,
Well, I I consider the worst decision that I have taken lately. It was when I stopped studying English a few years ago. Like I think like 1.5 years ago, I stopped studying English, and I stopped going to the academy for learning English, and you know, and I feel bad now because uh, I think that I maybe my English was were good. No, my English, yeah, would be good right now, and I think this is the worst decision that I have taken lately.
okay, I got it. Thank you for sharing,
Mm-hmm.
Francisco. Yes, sadly, when you stop practicing your English, little by little, you forget about this.
Yes.
It happened to me, guys, a little time when I was university. I didn't practice too much because I was in basic levels. At university, I started studying in English, but I was in basic levels and I already had a better level than basic. So I stopped practicing and learning more vocabulary. So at the end, I had a big problem when I was at university. Nowadays, I feel with a better English level, but I know that learning is uh, is something that you are always doing. You will always learn more, and that's why you always have to be like ready for that plan. And it's something good, Francisco, that even though you stop learning English or practicing your English some years ago, nowadays you have the opportunity to continue learning and practicing, and that's something really nice.
Yes, teacher. Yes. I remember that when I started, I got like I don't remember, but maybe 80% on my English. But now, man, my English I think is like a 50%.
Come on, okay.
It's really low. It,
Okay, but I think it's a matter of practice, okay? If you continue
it,
practicing, you will get it. You will get a better English level.
yes,
Okay, so that's
I
something.
hope so.
Yes, you will. You will see. And thank you for sharing about this, Francisco. It's really amazing to hear your decisions and how things have changed or how things have happened after that decision. Something good is that in some cases we have the opportunity to change things, right? What about you, Evelyn? Welcome to the class. What's the worst decision you have taken and you regret about that decision?
Good evening. Um, I don't know. I'm sure I have taken a lot of bad decisions, but I don't remember one. I think the most important when you take a bad decision, it's learn about the situation and don't don't do it again.
Yeah, that's something important. Don't repeat your
Uh,
mistakes, guys. Okay, pretty good, Evelyn. Well, you don't
yes.
give us an example. You didn't give us an example, but at least you gave us a tip, right? That's something also very important. That, guys, when we make mistakes, of course, we always make mistakes in life, but learn from those mistakes, okay? And then, so don't repeat those mistakes in your life. Well, that's something important, guys. As you can see, there are some decisions that in some cases we have the opportunity to fix our mistake. We even though it takes some time, in some cases we have the opportunity to change the situation. But with some decisions, guys, there is no option, okay? In some cases, you can't change the situation or you can change the result. That's why, everybody, today we will talk about the past modals. As you know, everybody, the past modals, well, we will learn about that today. So maybe you don't know, but if you know about it, guys, it will be really cool because we will practice, guys, as much as possible. Right now, everybody, let's talk about three important past modals. These past modals are the following. Please, Rodrigo, can you help me reading the modals? The three modals for today?
Yes, teacher. Past models. These past model verbs are all used hypothetically to talk about things that didn't really happen in the past. Could have, should have, and would have.
Nice. Okay. As you can see, guys, we are talking about hypothetical situations. Hypothetically, okay? We use these past modal verbs hypothetically. It means, everybody, that we use them for unreal situations, things that are not real or things that never happened and will never, and maybe they will never happen, of course, okay? But pay attention to it. We use these past modals hypothetically to talk about things that didn't really happen in the past. It means, everybody, that we use these three modals to talk about unreal situations that didn't happen in the past, okay? Maybe some of you remember that yesterday we were talking about the use of the third conditional. When we use the third conditional, everybody, we use it to talk about an imaginary event and the imaginary result of that event. For example, guys, we were using, if I had, well, I don't know, guys. If I have studied in a private school, if I had studied in a private school, I would have continued university in the USA. Okay, this is an example of third conditional. The imaginary event, everybody, is if I had studied in a private school. Why is this imaginary, guys? What is this an imagined event? I didn't study in a private school. Actually, I went to a public high school, okay? Well, a public school and a public high school. So, everybody, I did continue my university studies, but in El Salvador, not in the USA. That's why, everybody, the imagined event is if I had studied in a private school. And the imagined result of that imagined event is I would have continued university in the USA. Okay? Both parts of the sentence are unreal. They are not true and they never happened. That's the point, everybody, of using the past modals. to talk about things that didn't happen in the past, but we think about a hypothetical situation, okay? To start with this, guys, let's read the following information about could have. Please, Evelyn, can you help me reading this?
Of course. Could have. It means that something was possible in the past, or you had the ability to do something in the past, but that you didn't do it. Could have plus past participle. Julie could have both the book, but she borrowed it from the library instead.
Instead. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Evelyn, for reading. As you can see in this in this example, we have a hypothetical situation. Julie could have bought the book. As you can see, guys, we are using the past participle of the verb buy. Actually, the verb buy in past and past participle is the same form. Sorry, bought. Okay, Julie could have bought the book. She had the opportunity to buy the book. But remember, this is a hypothetical situation, okay? This is something that is not real because she didn't buy the book. She preferred, she preferred borrowing the book, but she could have bought it, okay? As you see, we are talking about something that was possible in the past. In this case, guys, also we had the ability to do in the past, but we didn't do. In this case, Julie had the opportunity and also, well, not the ability, but the possibility to buy the book because she had the money. But at the end, she preferred borrowing the book from the library and then she would return that book to the library instead of keeping the book for herself. As you see, she had the opportunity or she had the possibility to do something, but at the end, she decided to do things in a different way. This is the use of could have. And the use of the other past modals, everybody, are similar. That's why we have to continue with our next modal. The next modal that we have, everybody, is the use of should have. Can you help me with this, Francisco?
Yes, teacher.
Can you read this information, please?
Okay, teacher. The moral should have. It means something that would have been a good idea, but that you didn't do it. Suggestion and regrets. Should have plus past participle. I should have gone to bed early means I didn't go to bed early and now I'm tired.
Excellent. As you can see the picture of this girl, she looks tired, okay? Now, is it a good idea to go to bed early? For example, imagine after the class at 9 p.m., we go to the bathroom, then we brush our teeth, and then we prepare our things for tomorrow. And after that, at 9:15, we go to sleep. It sounds really great, everybody. But in this girl's case, she thought going to the bed early. But at the end, she decided differently. Now, the next day, she was tired because she didn't sleep enough. Now, that could be our situation. That's why everybody we use should have to talk about things that would have been a good idea. Suggestions or regrets. Remember, should is always used for suggestions, okay? And these past modals, or well, specifically, this past modal is used to talk about regrets, okay? As you can see, everybody, she regretted not going to sleep before or not going to sleep early than the time she went to sleep. Now, the next day, she said, she shared that example. I should have gone to bed early. Now I am sleepy because I didn't sleep enough. Okay? I didn't go to bed early. Now the result is that I am tired. In this case, everybody, as you know, or as you can see, they took a decision. In example number 1, let me go back. Oops. In example number 1, she had the opportunity to decide differently, but she took a decision. In the second example, same. She had the opportunity to decide in a different way, but she didn't do it. That's why they regret or they think or they feel that their decision was not the best one. Okay? Or in the first example, other people think that your decision is not the best. Okay? In this case, as you can see, it is talking about regrets. So we shared our personal opinion of a bad decision or something we could have done differently, right? Now, everybody, let's move to the third modal that we had for today, and it's the use of would have. In this part, I will listen to Rodrigo. Can you help me with this, Rodrigo?
Yes, teacher. Will have these past modal verbs are all used hypothetically to talk about things that didn't really happen in the past. Will have plus past participle. And an example is I will have gone to the party, but I was really busy. And I wanted to go to the party, but I didn't because I was busy.
Okay, thank you. As you can see, as you can see, this past modal, we use it in the structure of the third conditional. We use past perfect. In the second class, we use would have. Okay? When we use would have, everybody, we are talking about something that we wanted to do, but we didn't do because of a reason, okay? There was a reason why we didn't do it. In this case, as you can see, I would have gone to the party. We have this example. I would have gone to the party, but I was really busy, okay? Look at the meaning of that sentence. I wanted to go to the party, but I didn't go because I was busy. Did I wanted to go, did I want to go to the party? Yes. I didn't go. Why? Because I was busy. When we use would have, everybody, we talk about something hypothetical that we think that could have been different. But there was a reason, or it exists a reason why we didn't take that decision. We didn't take that decision at the end. Okay? This is the use of would have. We use it, for example, in third conditional, guys. As you know, past perfect, we talk about an imagined event. Would have, we talk about an imagined result. And it's the same in this part, everybody. We are thinking about something that we would have done. But at the end, because of an inconvenience, I don't know, at the end, we didn't do it, okay? As you can see, these three past modals, even though they have different uses, at the end, they have the same meaning. To talk about regrets, okay? To talk about regrets or how we could have decided in a different way. That's why, everybody, we will continue with this practice. But before we practice, guys, do you have any question about our activity, about our content? Any question or something?
I'm good, teacher.
Okay, everything's clear, I guess. Let's continue, guys. And in this moment, we will practice, well, some of these questions, or I think we will practice the three questions, okay? Guys, I want to ask you, well, first of all, listen to the girls, ladies first. Evelyn, choose one of these questions, okay? You can choose number 1, 2, or 3, any of the questions. 1, 2.
The blue one.
Number 1. Okay,
Blue one.
guys. The blue one. I'm really sorry. I listened number 1. Okay. We will practice, everybody, question number 3. I will give you, everybody, like 30 seconds or 1 minute to think about our answer. Okay, tell me, please, can you think of a time that you made a silly or obvious mistake that you could have easily avoided? Something that maybe you think that it, I don't know why I did this, but now you say, or the way you could have avoided doing that. Okay, you have 30 seconds to think about your answer, and then, guys, I want to listen to all of you. Okay, do you have your answers, guys? Because I have mine. Let me tell you that a silly mistake I made, everybody, was that in 2021, I had to get ready for my driving test. The thing is that I I was getting ready, but I didn't have my ID card, my DUI. I didn't have my DUI by that moment. So I waited 1 week to make the appointment to get my new ID card. And the thing is that I had to go to another city that was that was a little bit far from my house to get my DUI, because I had that problem that nearby my house I didn't have the opportunity to take it because there wasn't a space. There wasn't a space to make my appointment over there, so I had to go to a different place and 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 get my ID card. So if I could have made my appointment earlier, I wouldn't have had that problem. But at the end, I had, well, I had that situation, okay, or that situation happened. I consider that's something silly because I always wait for the last moment to do things, okay? So I procrastinate a lot. Now I want to listen to some of you. We will start with Francisco because I know he's ready. Tell me, Francisco, can you think of a time that you made a silly or obvious mistake that you could have easily avoided?
Let me think about it, teacher.
So you don't have your answer yet.
No, teacher.
Okay, okay. So let's continue. Let me ask.
Okay.
Let me ask Evelyn. Evelyn, do you have your answer?
Um, maybe when is somebody invite me to go out, and sometimes I just want to stay home and I invent excuses and I have to work, or I'm busy, or something like that.
And nowadays, nobody invite you to go out.
No, no.
Okay. So, well, I'm really sorry, but yeah, that's a situation that always happens. If you, if you make a lot of excuses at the end, people stop inviting you to different places. That's something really hard. But okay, thank you for sharing, Evelyn. Let's continue with Rodrigo. Rodrigo, can you think of a time that you made a silly or obvious mistake that you could have easily avoided?
Yes, I think it was today or yesterday, that I was pushing I was pushing a table for put it in a specific place that I wanted to be that table, and the table was full of things on on it, and I was pushing it, and I was pushing it really hard, and those things will fall in the floor, right? And those things get dirty when I don't want it to get dirty, that thing, and that was really silly of me because it it was easy to avoid. I just don't I just didn't have el cuidado, no tuve
You were
cuidado poniéndola.
you were not careful.
Yes, that.
Okay, well, I'm really sorry because of that thing. Okay, I thought, well, on the first thought, I imagined that you broke something, but fortunately you didn't break anything. Okay, it only got dirty, but it's also something uncomfortable, I guess. Okay, very good,
Yes,
Rodrigo.
yes.
Thank you for sharing. Now let's see, Francisco, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Tell me.
Okay, teacher. It happened 2 years ago when I went to the gym. I was exercising. I was working out, and the machine that I was using it is start having trouble. And a lady who was by my side, she gave me a hand. At the moment, the machine falling down, and I could have enjoyed it to her. So I think that I could have been uh, more precavido. I don't remember the name.
Careful.
Yeah, I think that I could have been more careful because she could have danger. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so that's something really dangerous, Francisco. So you're very
Yes,
strong.
yes, and my trainer told me, "Hey, never do that because um, people can be injured, injured."
Yeah, that's something you should be really careful. I remember. Well, I don't exercise nowadays, but around 2 years ago, I remember I went to exercise and I
Mhm.
didn't have a trainer. Actually, I didn't have a trainer. I just have a a gym bro, and at the
Ah,
end,
okay.
yeah, I had a gym bro, and at the end, the thing was that sometimes I wasn't that careful, or I wasn't careful enough, and in some cases I hurt him with the machines, or when I was making a movement.
Mhm.
I hit him many times. Okay, but that's
Wow.
something that it's part of learning, right? Very good. Thank you, Francisco.
Okay.
We will move
Okay,
to the
teacher.
next question. In this opportunity, Ellen wasn't here while we were explaining some of the topics, but we will ask him to choose a question. Ele, question number 1 or number 2?
Mm. Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, guys, we have 30 seconds to think about what is something you should have learned from a past experience. Okay, 30 seconds to think about that, guys. Something you should have learned from a past experience. Okay, guys, let me tell you my past experience and something I should have learned. When I was a kid, guys, I used to get lost very easily. So what I should have learned, everybody, is always pay attention to the things I was doing, because I always got lost because I got distracted very in a simple way. So I was doing something, then I got distracted, and at the end I I forgot what I was doing and I got lost. That's something I should have learned, that I should have paid attention, more attention to things I'm doing at the specific moment. Let's continue right now, and we will listen to Rodrigo. Okay, after Rodrigo L. Okay, Rodrigo, tell me, what is something you should have learned from a past experience?
I think it is the same thing, taking care or more of my friends and be more carefully with my teams. I don't know.
And what do you do now to take care of your friends?
Well, I talk more to them. I hang out with them more. I am, how do you say this? I am como que les pongo más atención. And I pay more attention to how they feel and how they're doing. And that's how I take care of my friends nowadays.
Okay, that's a great strategy that we could apply in that situation. Okay, if you feel, guys, that you are not uh, paying enough attention to people that you really care about, well, let's try to do it, right? Try to take different practices that maybe you were not used to do, but you can do. Okay, very good, Rodrigo. Let's continue with Ele. Tell me, Ele, what is something you have learned from a past experience?
Okay. It's the good experience. They add the document for email. Check the add the document for email. It's normal they send the document the add. Occasionally, I the good work the good writing the email, but uh, I don't add the document or I don't deputy the document in the email. Yes, excuse me, I don't add the document.
Okay, well, you have to send at the end. You have to send 2 emails, but yeah, that's something we should have learned. That
Yeah.
first we need to add the documents, and after that, after adding the documents, we have to write the email. Okay, very good. I like it, Ele.
Yeah.
That's a great lesson, a lesson life. Very good. Let's continue with you, Francisco. Tell me, what is something you should have learned from a past experience?
Well, teacher, in my case, I should have I should have been more patient. I think that I lost my patience quickly, and I had many trouble because my patience. So I should have been more patient.
Okay,
I
nice.
lost I have lost friends. I have lost jobs. I have lost many things because my patience. I lost my patience quickly. I am I am working every day about my patience.
Okay, well, that's something really important you need to work on. Actually, that's something I also have to
Yes.
work. And it's that we need to be more patient, okay? Sometimes because of situations, we are not strong enough.
Mhm.
But remember that through different difficulties, we learn and we get better. Okay, so I hope you can be more patient in more situations in the future. Okay, Francisco.
I will do, teacher. I will do.
Excellent, excellent. I will also. Very good, Aveline. Let's finish with you. Tell me, please, Aveline, what is something you should have learned from a past experience?
Um, well, I have learned um, the mental health is very important, and I have to pay attention to my mental health. And I have learned a lot of things.
Are you studying?
And
Are you studying something, or I mean, are you studying or reading something related to mental health right now?
well, I was reading a mindfulness book, and I start to meditate like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Okay, well, that's a good practice. Actually, that's something very important. All of the things that you mentioned, guys, are very important. Taking care of friends, being more patient, add the documents in an email, also taking care of mental health. All of them are really important, guys. So learn from experiences in the past and change things in the future. Maybe, as I said at the beginning of the class, everybody, there are some situations or some decisions that we can't change from the past, but we have the opportunity, everybody, to change what we will do in the future. So let's learn from experiences. Because of the time, guys, we will not practice the question number 1. You will have the homework, guys. to practice this question at home. Is there anything that you should have done today or this week that you haven't done or didn't do? Okay, practice, guys, and think about things you should have done today or this week and you didn't do at the end. Okay, for example, guys, I think that I should have gone to university to ask for some projects, but I didn't go to university. Okay, maybe you have a different situation. You can tell me I should have exercised more, or I should have read more about a specific topic, or maybe, guys, you will tell me I should have done my homework on the platform. Because remember, guys, these Fridays we should have a 75% of progress. I invite you guys to continue working on the platform and keep working on the activities I assigned you during the class. In this opportunity, guys, I invite you to complete the following activities. We will continue with activity 4.1.6, the tennis player, and we can stop by the activity 4.2.1, which is the grammar about past modals. As you see, guys, we have a video and also we have a short explanation, well, a short grammar explanation. So please, everybody, try to work on it, try to do your best, and remember, guys, practice makes perfect. As much you practice, the more you practice, the more you improve. Thank you for coming to our class today, everybody. I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night and don't forget, everybody, practice. Okay, tomorrow we will continue practicing here in our class. Bye-bye, guys. Have a
Bye
good
bye,
night.
teacher. Have a good night too.
Goodbye, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.